YouTube! I'm Danae Marissa. I'm here to help you feel a bit more normal, and this is my bloating series, where I use my journalist skills to investigate what's going on in our guts. If that interests you, go ahead and keep on watching, but before you do, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode, and I'm so glad you're here. All right, let's go do this. Ta-da! All right, this needs to be so fast because somehow I'm running late already. It's during my life. I'm off to go see Dr. Nasr, who's the gut specialist, and my gosh, do I need it today. I've been at a hotel for a few days and I've been eating quite rich food and my stomach is angry at the world. It's hurting, there's a lot of discomfort, pain, and extreme bloating. So I'm gonna go see Dr. Nasr and he is gonna help me figure out what's going on. Look at that, look what's going on. Look how bloated I am today. So I'm gonna go see Dr. Nasr and start the process of figuring out what's going on with my gut. Here we go, I'm running late. Join me on this journey. Woo!
I'm a family medicine consultant and I also practice kind of functionally. So if you have a disrupted gut or a gut which isn't functioning properly, it's not just your digestion that's not going to work, you're going to feel it everywhere else.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's just one food for me. I feel like, and especially for someone like me, I eat a lot of like healthy food.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, what the heck is going on?
You fit into the classic category of people where you would probably traditionally be diagnosed with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Unfortunately, irritable bowel syndrome is more just a description of your symptoms. So it's essentially what it's saying is that you have either bloating, a change in your bowel habits, or discomfort, or all of the above, on most of the days of the month. Well, that's not really telling us actually what's going on at the root cause. We have very sort of detailed testing that we can do for you. We'll do a combination of a breath test and a stool sample. We'll really get a sort of full insight into what's going on that's not visible to the naked eye, because you can have cameras, you can do traditional tests, it's all going to come back normal. This is really happening on a kind of microscopic level. It turns out from studies that 3/4 or at least 2/3 of people who are diagnosed with IBS actually have a condition called SIBO. And what that means in simple terms is because our digestive tracts just aren't working properly, a lot of us are developing an overgrowth of bacteria in the small bowel. If you've got an overgrowth, you're eating food, you're fermenting that food, you're creating a lot of gas. If it's also not moving properly, you're going to get bloating. So that's where the breath test will come in to help us. The stool analysis will look further down the gut and that will assess kind of your digestive function, whether you're producing enough digestive enzymes. It will also help us look at the microbial balance.
So we were talking before the cameras came on, we were talking about like probiotics, and I've been doing probiotics for a month now and having like apple cider vinegar every morning and my little probiotic and my little digestive enzyme and having them at night with some wheatgrass.
Yeah.
Apparently this would fix it, and I'm sure the wheatgrass has made my nails stronger, but my tummy has been the same.
It's interesting, the whole sort of supplement, particularly probiotic market, because that usually is the first thing that people go for.
Yeah.
And because like the whole supplement industry isn't regulated, it markets on, you'll see supplements talking about billions of strains and all these different types of
which I thought was good.
strains.
Right?
Exactly. Well,
all the bacteria.
That's
all
the perception, but unfortunately, it's not just about the volume; it's about the quality of the species of bacteria that are in the concoction, but also the delivery mechanism. So a lot of these probiotics don't actually do what they say on the tin.
Oh, great. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to Koala. He's my new kitten. He wants to go play. All right, so I'm just about to do both the tests that Dr. Nas gave me. The first one, the breathing test, requires 3 solid hours of breathing into a tube for every 20 minutes. And then you have to be fasted before, so I haven't eaten for 12 hours. And you can't do any exercise before it, you can't do any exercise during it. So it requires a proper chunk of time, like a proper commitment. I am absolutely starving and I'm so ready to get this little guy on the road. I've been sent a YouTube video that tells me how to do it because it's a little tricky. I'll show you all the little devices. And then the other one, I just have to poo, which I'll show you the test, I'm not gonna show you the poo. All right, so here we go. And then in 3 hours time, I can finally have my coffee. Okay, I also forgot that you're not allowed to sleep for up to 1 hour before the test begins. So I've just had to wait 30 more minutes. Now I'm really, really hungry, but we're gonna do my baseline sample. I drink this mixture. Oh, I need to make it first.
Alright, so this is me making the orange mixture. I've just spilt some here, so I'm getting off to a great start. It's pretty simple. You just pour it in the cup, you stir it with whatever you got handy, and then here are some of the tubes. There are 10 of these, and I have to breathe into them over the next 3 hours. I kind of messed up, I think, the first or second one, and I really struggled to get the labels right, which is what you're going to see me doing next. But overall, we got there in the end. And now this is me doing my baseline sample. This is like the control test before I drink the weird mixture. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I did this correctly, but looking back at the video, I'm glad to see I did indeed puncture the little tube with the needle. I was confused after I tried to take it apart. It just was a bit of a mess, so at least it worked.
Okay, now I drink the fructose mixture, which apparently tastes pretty funky. It's quite orange. No smell. Okay, it tastes like I'm drinking some watery syrup. I don't think that's my favorite flavor ever. Right guys, so I'm halfway through the test and I definitely think something's happening in my tummy. So the doctor said if I had bacterial overgrowth, like the mixture that I drank would like upset my belly and I would feel it right away. Oh, there's a kitten. There's a kitten. Can you see him? There's a kitten in a blanket. Anyways, and it definitely has. I'm so bloated. I was just trying to create some content and like everything I did, even if I was trying to like pose, sometimes if I'm really bloated, like the poses just don't work and they're not working. So I'm gonna show you guys my tummy. There's construction, there's a cat, it's just all crazy. I've completed my test. The test requirements of fasting for 12 hours plus the 3 hours for the test itself means that I didn't eat from 8 p.m. last night until noon today. And if you're like an intermittent faster, that's absolutely fine. But for someone like me who wakes up at 5 a.m. starving and goes to town on peanut butter and has some banana and has coffee with lots of coconut milk, I was hungry. I was hungry. And what I found interesting is I really hated not being able to have food. That little disordered eating side of my brain was just like, it just started to get really like, oh my God, I need food, I need food, I need food. And it was kind of freaking out. On that note, that brings me to the elephant in the room. Disordered eating and eating disorders. So if you have followed me for a while, you know I've spoken about my eating disorder in the past. And it happened when I was 19 and then I relapsed again, gosh, when I was like 25, 26. I'm 33 now. I have been good for a long time and this is probably the best I've been with food, I think ever, probably ever at food, body image, all that stuff. But it would definitely be why I've really put off exploring what's going on in my gut because I am nervous to do with anything with food. Like I don't touch diets, I don't touch like creepy diet products. I guess it's kind of the same thing. But I'm just super careful because there's always that little switch in my brain that like jumps on that. And I just have to be aware of it and just not play that game. So I've really stayed away from doing anything with my diet, but I am feeling mentally really strong. I know I'm documenting this for you guys. I know I am in incredible hands with like DNA Health Center, Dr. Nas. So I trust that this will be fine. And I really want to figure out what's going on in my tummy, especially because we know that constant inflammation is so bad for the body. And my gosh, I really screwed my body over when I was really, really sick with anorexia. I really screwed my body over. So this is like, I'm just trying to sort stuff out, make sure, you know, as this little lady gets older that I'm not just breaking down left and right. So yeah, it's a funny one, but here we go, I guess. We are on this journey together. Okay, I still need to do my poo test. I'm not gonna show you guys that one because that is just a little bit too intimate for me. But basically I poo and then I've got like a little scooper and I scoop the poo into this little cup and it has to go into my fridge until I get it to the clinic. So I've gotta do that, and then on the 21st day of my cycle, which is coming up in the next few days, they also are going to do a hormone test, since your hormones can really impact what's happening with your gut as well. The rest of this series, I'm going to have all sorts of other experts. I'm going to talk to doctors who have written gut health books. I've got a gut health influencer coming on. I've got different chefs coming on, so it will be all sorts of folks joining me just to chat their wisdom, right? Like, everyone and their mom has a different idea about how to fix your gut. So why don't I just find the array of experts, talk to them, and see what we can learn. If you have anyone you'd recommend, go ahead and comment down below. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. All right, guys, I'm off. Koala, Kiki, and me are gonna go live our wild life in the flat. I don't know. I'll probably just go play with his little belly some more because it's so cute. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye, YouTube.